been seen?
In this area, I don't know exactly. We have experience in the area down there. Generally, we have legends about strange people or strange animals inside woods.
Oh wow, look at this mountain. Yeah? Now this is the one that's called right here.
Right here. This is one of the places of the engravings, but it's a small place. You have to understand that these signs arise from before all the history of the human history, are more or less for the 7,000 before Christ, and so you have only only to try to understand what they've done. But so you have to be on a great respect, because I've told before. So they have a tough work to arrive to engraves in this way the rocks. Come here. Well, so I'm Roberto Lombardini, and I'm a passionate of history, particularly a researcher, and so. Why I'm so introduced in this? So because it's not only a passion. So I have some origin from there. My mother is from a village up there, and my grandma too. So my grandma particularly speaks to me and tells me a lot of history of this place, and particularly a speech tradition of the people of the valley. And when I grow up, I found a way to connect the history of my grandma with the real history of the engravings. And it's incredible how a speech tradition have the possibility to cut off the time. They have no a time. It's always the time. So some history that tells me my grandma have not a precise date. They are only history, and the history will come with another person, and the person tells to another person, and so the history goes on. And doesn't matter if the history comes from 1,000 years before or more. It isn't history, and this is like a culture that the people have. And so it's very difficult that some history arrives directly from that people that are really 5,000-7,000 years before us, and so it's very too long time. But some consequences of the history, the tradition arrives till us. So these are all sacred places. And probably after or so during the history we have some changes of religions, but the sacred place still remains sacred. And so you have so like a connection with the ancient religion and the new religion. Also the Catholic, when arrived there, was probably mixed by the ancient tradition. So the valley is the result of a glacier work. You have to think that during the Ice Age, the ice was really arriving to the top of that mountains. And so all here was covered by ice. And these rocks are worked by the glacier that flows the glacier. They have the possibility to engrave that with a simple way you have seen with the two rocks. The strange thing is that not all the rocks are engraved. And so you found a rock engraved, and the rock nearby, no. And so you ask, why? We don't know exactly. Probably they not only use for a physical work, but they only have a energetic sensation. And so they do an engravings on a particular rock, not to another. And this is, so if you have a sensibility, you may feel this. Generally, we have legends about strange people or strange animals inside woods. And we have a lot of this. So there's also the name of this person. But generally, we're in the last period, so the last 2 centuries, all this legend was turned by the Catholic contest, and so they are considered demons or bad things. So my grandma says there are demons inside the woods in the night, and so you have to go there. Physically, generally they consider that they have the foot of a goat.
Okay.
They have the feet of a goat. And my grandma says, when you meet someone in the wood by night, immediately look at his feet. If he haven't got shoes, go away. Because he have the goat feet and he's a demon. Recently, we have people that seen lights or something else. But only in a recent period, the UFO phenomenon was considered UFO phenomenon. Before was considered like something spiritual and was connected to the ancient, probably legend of the valley. So we will see on the engravings something that could be a UFO or an ET, and so we have the possibility to have an ancient connection. The tradition is speaking about spirits and presence. If you look with another angle, you may consider this legend speaking about UFOs.